Hello everyone. Today you are going to learn about algebra. So what is this algebra? In algebra you are using the English letters for unknown numbers. You can use any English letter in the alphabet, but normally you are using the letter X. So if we use letter X for an unknown term, look at this. X plus 3 means add 3 to the unknown term. 3x means 3 times the unknown term. X squared means square the unknown term. In other words, we can say x gets multiplied by another x. Now let's try this activity. Let's write expressions for the following. Take x as the unknown term. That is the question you are getting now. First one, subtract 7 from the unknown term. So what is the unknown term that we are using? That is x. X is the unknown term. X is the letter for the unknown term that we are using. So how to subtract 7 from that unknown term? How do you show that? That is called writing this expression. So subtract 7 from the unknown term. Now we know unknown term is represented by letter x. So from x we are subtracting 7. That's it. It's simple. So 3 times the unknown term, then add 8. So what do we have to do first there? 3 times. When it comes to the word times, you know that it is multiplication. So 3 should be multiplied with the unknown term, then 8 gets added. So when you multiply 3 by the unknown term, what is the letter you are using now? That is x. You can simply write 3x. The meaning of 3x is 3 gets multiplied by x. Then what else we have to do in that? Then you have to add 8. It's simple. That expression shows you everything. 3 gets multiplied with x, then you are going to add 8 to that. Let's try this one. Add 5 to the unknown term. Unknown term is x. That is the letter we are using now. Add 5 to the unknown term. Multiply the result by 2. So what do we have to do here first? Not multiplying. First of all, you are adding 5. Then you are multiplying the result only by 2. So how do you show that you are adding 5 first? We know the unknown term is x. For that you are going to add 5. Then how are you going to show that you are multiplying the whole thing by 2? Because we are multiplying the result by 2. Not only x, not only 5. Everything. The whole thing is going to be multiplied by 2. In that case, we are using a bracket. Then you don't have to put the multiplication sign and write 2 there. When the bracket is there, you have learned before, you can simply write 2 in front. When you write that, it proves that x plus 5 is added first because that is within the bracket. Then the whole thing is multiplied by 2. Then we will go to the next one. Square the unknown term and then subtract 10. What do you mean by square the unknown term? We learnt it here. What do you mean by square? The power of 2. So what is the unknown term that we used? That is letter x. How are we going to square it? Square means we are going to get the power of 2 of that unknown term. X to the power 2. That is called squaring. Square the unknown term. Then what are we going to do? We are going to subtract 10 from that. It's simple. Then we will go to the last one. Double the unknown term, add 7, then divide the result by 3. There we have to do 3 operations. First of all, we have to double the unknown term, we have to double x, then add 7, then finally the whole result should be divided by 3 as well. So we'll go step by step. Double the unknown term. You know doubling means multiplying by 2. So simply you can write, when 2 gets multiplied by our unknown term, that is x we use, that become 2x. Then what are you going to do? Now the doubling is done. Next you have to go for addition. 2x plus 7. Okay, second step is also done. Then what are you going to do at last? Then divide the result by 3. Not 2x only, not 7 only. The whole result should be divided by 3. And you have learned before, we are not going to use the division mark here. You are going to show the division of an expression in the way you write it as a fraction. So by what you are going to divide here? You are going to divide by 3. So that's complete. The next part of our lesson is simplifying algebraic expressions. To simplify, you have to identify what like terms are. So what are these like terms? Here I have given few examples of algebraic expressions. Here we are going to identify which have like terms and which don't have. So like terms means it can be defined like, if you are using a letter, it should be the same letter. Numbers also can be taken as like terms. If you have numbers with expressions, numbers are like terms, the other letters are like terms. A letter becomes a like term to another letter. Now if you use a like term to A is only another A, not a B or not a C or not any other letter. Now look at this, A plus A plus A plus A. To simplify this, now we have the addition mark here. To add them, they should be like terms. If they are not like terms, you cannot add them. So how do we know that whether they are like terms or not? Look at the letter we have here. We have 4 A letters. A is the same letter here, 4 A letters. So you don't have any number in front of it. And we have learned before, if you don't have a number in front, simply you can imagine there's one there in front of each letter A. So when you add all these 4 letters A's, the answer will be 4A. Why? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many A letters are there? There are 4. So the answer will be 4A. So those are like terms. That is why we were able to get the answer by adding them. Now what about these 2 letters? A and C. 2 different letters in the alphabet. A is a different letter, C is another letter. So you cannot add them. That is the final answer. This is the simplified answer. You don't have to simplify it anymore. This is a good example. Now look at this. AB and BA. By looking at it, you will feel it like different. But actually it's not different. When the letters are attached like this, we know multiplication happens there. AB, that means A has got multiplied by B. BA, there also the multiplication happens. B multiplied by A. It doesn't matter in multiplication in what way you multiply. AB, A multiplied by B is same as B multiplied by A. It's both same. Only the position is different. So you can take this whole thing as one term and this whole thing as another term, and eventually these 2 terms become like terms. So I told you before in this previous example, if you don't have any number here, you can just imagine that you have number 1. You can just imagine that you have number 1. So how many ABs are there? We have one AB here, one BA here, that means another one AB. So altogether there are 2 ABs. You can write this as BA, it's okay. Both are same. So here they became the like terms. And we will go to the other example. This is another good one. Here the power of A is 2. Here also the power of A is 2. But look at the power of B. Here the power of B is 3 and here the power of B is 4. And I told you in the previous example, when everything are together, the multiplication happens there. But we cannot take this as like terms now, because this is different from that because of that power. If this was 3, then we can take both as like terms, but because of that power, as it is different, you cannot take this as two like terms, therefore you can't add them. So that is the simplified answer. You can't simplify anymore. And look at the last example. You have 3 letters here in both the terms. You have A letter, B letter and C letter. Let's look at the power of A. The power of A is 2. There the power of A is 2. So that's same. Then look at the power of B. The power of B is 3 here. The power of B is 3 there. It's also same. Then what is the remaining one? It's C here, it's C there. I told you it doesn't matter, the position changes. Here A is in front, here C is in front. It doesn't matter. If you have the same thing here and there with the same power, you can take them as like terms. And how to add them? As I told you before, you can take this as a whole thing. Then you don't have any number in front. You can say you have 1a squared b to the power 3c here, and you can say you have another 1ca squared b to the power 3 there. So you have one here, you have another one there. Both are same, both are like terms. So 1 plus 1 is 2. What is that 2? That 2 is a squared b to the power 3c. You can change the position of this and write, it doesn't matter. The answer will be same. Let's look at few examples now. 3c plus 2c. Can you add them? Are they like terms? Of course, yes. You have the same letter C here. So I told you before, if you have a different letter, they don't become like terms. So you have a number also here, no need to worry. 3c plus 2c, 3 plus 2, it becomes 5. It adds up to 5. So the answer will be 5c. It's really simple. And take a look at the next example. Although it is minus, still it's easy. You have the same letter once again. That is letter y. 8y minus 3y. So you know the answer, 8 minus 3. Once again, the answer is 5. And it's not just 5 alone. That is 5 y letters. And that was easy because you had the same y in both. They became like terms. And look at the third one. You have x to the power 2. Or in other words, we say x squared. X squared plus another x squared. So what's missing here? You don't have a number in front of that term. When you don't have a number, previously we discussed, you can imagine that you have number 1 there. No need to write it actually, you can just imagine. If you want, you can write down, no problem. So 1x squared plus another 1x squared. How many x squareds will be there at last? 1 plus 1 is 2. It's simple. 2x to the power 2. Or in other words, 2x squared. Okay. Now let's look at a different example. Why does this become different to the other 3? You have 2 operations here. But you don't have to worry. When you have more than one operation, in mathematics you have to go according to the Bidmas order. Now you have plus and minus. When you have plus and minus, according to the Bidmas order, we know you have to look from left to right. And when you look from left to right, what do you have first? You have addition. So you can add before subtracting. So we have to do it step by step now, as we have two operations. First of all, we will add them. 5 plus 5, 10. Before that, we forgot to check whether we can add them or subtract them. C, C, C. They are like terms. So we can add or subtract them easily. 5C plus 5C, it is 10C. From that, now we will subtract 12C. Okay. You have learned the lesson negative numbers before. From a small number, you cannot subtract a larger number. But when you have the knowledge of negative numbers, you know answer will be negative in that case. From 10, you cannot subtract 12. But from 12 you can subtract 10. So answer will be 2, but it will be minus. Okay, the last example is a good one because you have two different terms here, that is x terms and y terms. So when you have two different terms also, you don't have to worry. First of all, identify what are like terms. Now here you have 10x, here you have another x, and here you have 5y, here you have another 2y. So these x letters are taken as like terms separately. So you can subtract that. Why am I telling subtract that? Look at this, you have 10x here, but be careful that x is not plus there. If you have plus, it will be plus, but 10x you have there minus x. So 10x minus x, what will be the answer? You don't have a number there, but remember, always there's one. So 10x minus x will be 9x. Now that term is over regarding x. What is remaining? That is regarding y. So what are the y terms you have here? You have minus 5y. Be very careful, take the sign as well. Don't just take 5y, it's wrong. It's minus 5y. You can circle in pencil to make it clear for you. Then you have another minus 2y. What happens when you bring them together? Minus value get added with another minus value. And you have learned in the lesson negative numbers, when you have minus number to be added with another minus number, when both are minus, in the answer also it is minus, but actually you are adding them, but the sign is minus. So minus 5 minus 2 will be minus 7. And is that correct? No, they are y letters. So minus 7y. Can you subtract that further? No, because that is x, that is y. They are not like terms. So we have come to the end of the explanation, and I have given you a work from the textbook from page number 20. You can do that with the help of this video. And stay home, stay safe. God bless you.